knows to achieve this using one filter, and candidate who can achieve this functionality without using looping will be given a better score. Ensure to include error handling best practice as appropriate.
Okay.
Pay date after 2021-01-01, distribution number between 18 and 100.
Okay.
Fund code UH or VN.
Okay.
Step 3. Write the filtered rows to the Excel sheet named Q into underscore final data. And the sheet name should have today's date as a file name.
Okay.
I just lost it. Where today date is the current date in the day, month, year format. That's the example which has been given over there. Note: kindly zip your answers .xaml and upload to the upload. To upload a file, click the choose file button. Once you have selected the file, use the upload and preview file to upload the file.
Okay.
And we have an Excel attachment for the data.
So I want RE framework to be used, and the transaction item should be of type string or file path. Okay, so you can you can convert the RE framework from transaction item of Q transaction item to a file path which is of string, and initially you can read out files from a folder. You can take it as shared folder. You can use input folder. Keep the input file, whatever the data that I have given in the input folder. Read the data and keep only the file path, not the you should not add data table to the orchestrator queue. So once you add it, you need to retrieve the values in the process state. Okay, so complete performer and dispatcher will come into a single workflow. Now give out your ideas, please. Again, this is an interview question directly asked from Naukri through a organization, not giving the organization name, but yes, how many of you will be able to solve it? And the time for this one is, I think, 30 minutes, I guess, not more than that.
Just the question one, whole scenario.
Whole scenario.
Whole scenario. Okay.
Okay, you can pick up
Bajrang, can
someone.
I?
You can pick up someone, share your screen, and others can help them. Help him or her. Yes, someone is saying something. Karthik.
Yeah, yes. Can I go? But I can't share my screen. I'm taking it from mobile. But I can tell the steps.
Oh, that's great. Go ahead. What are you trying to do? Go ahead.
Okay, in the init state, we'll be reading that Excel data and filtering it using select functions to whatever the criteria given.
Wrong method to follow. Try some other method. I said you clearly that the transaction item should be a file path or a string. If you're going to add the data directly with data rows, that will not work. Because take this data, we have only one file. There can be 100 files as input from a folder. That's the actual scenario.
Do we need to use RE framework only or with a direct sequence?
Use RE framework.
I don't.
So we can use directory dot get files.
That's correct. And store it to
Store it to
Project
a
folder.
variable name.
sorry, store
In
it to what?
config.
Firstly, we will save the file to the project folder. Like once we have downloaded, we will move the file to project, and then
The file is
we will.
already take it as a shared file, shared drive, and someone will keep this file. There is no need for you to download. All you need is you need to pick up the files. That's it.
So then we can scope read
No need to download anything.
You
Excel
can assign
application.
it to a variable and get directory.get files.
Okay, get
With
get
the
files.
file.
Which variable will you assign it to?
Array.
You should use the existing variables that we have in RE framework.
Transaction item.
Transaction item will be one file.
Transaction data.
Transaction data, yeah.
Why transaction data?
Yeah, it is a combination of like multiple files can be stored. Transaction data is like you can store multiple files, but transaction item is like single item.
So what will you change transaction data type?
String of arrays,
So
array of strings. Sorry, array of string.
yeah.
Okay, nice approach. Then
And the transaction item will be in string type.
okay, how will you loop?
Um,
Go ahead, think. This is an interview, and you are given this task, scenario-based questions. So this is the scenario-based question. You need to answer.
So if we are storing it in an array, we can use the for loop.
So RE framework is in RE framework there is a looping concept by default. Get a transaction item
The
and
transaction number
Specific
variable.
content.
process item. So if you are using a for loop, I think that will not suffice the requirement of RE framework.
Specific content.
For you said transaction item will be a string. How can you get specific item for a string?
So we can use transaction number variable to loop for that specific
Okay, how can you loop?
array. So we can loop like array in bracket that specific transaction number dot to string. If you can try like that.
Let's do it. If you want, you can share your screen and you can try. This will help you. You have 30 minutes and we have 12 members in the team. Let's see how fast we can do it.
I can share it.
Okay.
Okay.
Rahul, your machine is slow.
So anyone can share it.
If it
I
is
can
slow,
share mine.
yes, Amya, go ahead.
We need to filter the company B and find the sum, right?
So don't go directly to the process. First understand what exactly you need to do. How will you filter the data? How will you make sure you have enough values, or did you have the project structure properly? Then go for processing.
Okay.
If you directly go to process, then You will not be able to do it. Is your orchestrator connected? So I also want to use a okay for now for today use it without using orchestrator, but tomorrow I want to have it with orchestrator. There is no need for orchestrator for this particular day. For today leave it.
Okay.
Tomorrow we'll do it with orchestrator, the same use case. And also PDD should be prepared for the same, and SGD also will prepare. Okay.
In half an hour time span, we need to do all these.
No, I'm saying complete the code, but we'll also do like today is Tuesday, right? Wednesday we'll complete with this in RE framework with transaction items queues, and we'll use Thursday, Friday to create the documents and to review. Okay. Yeah. So Soumya opened the code now. Someone should help her, or you should do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, please open the main workflow.
Yeah.
And go to variables.
And also tell why are you changing that.
Yeah, since the transaction item is like a string, so we need to change the data type of transaction item to string, and the transaction data should be array of string.
There is okay.
Transaction replace data table with array of string.
You can download the input file and place it in the input folder of data. You just have 20 more minutes, 25 minutes more. Make it quick. By the way, I'm recording this session, so even if you miss, no problem.
Change transaction item array.
Should I paste it here?
Yeah, insert the data. Yeah.
In data input.
Okay.
Yeah. Please change the data type as well.
Of transaction data item.
Yeah, it is string. The transaction item should be string, and the transaction data should be array of string.
Yeah, I did this one. Okay.
Okay.
Change transaction number to 0.
Then I should read the Excel.
Initialization.
Hello.
Yeah.
Go to the first initialization state.
Initialize. Okay.
Open a flow.
I think we need to print that in first run.
I cannot hear.
Main.
Mm-hmm.
Go to main.
Okay.
Go to first run. Scroll up.
Sorry?
First run.
Scroll up first run.
Yeah, if first run, right? In this, the if condition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to the sequence
Then
first
the
run.
sequence. No. Invoke. Drag activity like drag assign activity.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah. Assign transaction data. Directory dot.
We should give the file.
Round bracket.
Sorry? This one, right?
You need to get only XLSX files.
Yeah, this is excellent.
Then we can use regular expression directory dot. Can you please go to assign directory dot get files?
Okay.
1 minute. Get files. 1 minute. 1 minute. Just
We can provide a filter here to filter out only .xlx file.
We can give string.
.xls.
Come on. Dot XLSS. Like the folder name is input. So put the folder name as input, comma, dot XLSX. So input is the folder name, right? So enclosed with the
I think it's
places.
data slash.
Input. Yeah. So data slash input, comma. No. After that, press quotes, comma, dot XLSX. This should be under also under the close the brace.
Please make D as caps and also I as caps.
Yes.
/.
Yeah.
And also it should be, I think, star.xls.
Yeah. I've sent in the chat as well, Soumya. Star dot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is okay.
What should we do next?
Why we are not using data row here? Why we are using array of strings?
Discuss on the solution that will help you with the answers. Yeah, so Pragati, they are taking array of strings, right, as path. So that's the reason in for array of strings, one item will be a string, the path. That's the reason it should be a string.
Go for init all applications. The second tab. Yeah.
This one?
No. At the top, second tab. Init all applications.
Like next to
right.
the main. Next to the main. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here you can add an argument in transaction number. and also in transaction data. You can change the data type in int and array of string.
Then do this in get transaction data, I think.
The spelling is correct. D is capital or small?
That's okay, no
That is
problem.
okay, we can map it.
Use the read range activity. You can give the file path as
Workbook read range.
Wrong. Why are you doing that?
we need to get the data right.
But why are you using init all applications to get it?
Go to the get transaction state.
Get transaction date state.
Delete the two variables.
Sorry, what? Hello?
Go to get transaction state.
Okay.
Open this workflow. Delete this activity. Now here we can use drag read range now.
No, I think in transaction data.
Wrong approach. This is not the place where you need to add read range.
You can put that in if condition.
No, even that's not the correct way.
So directly we need to put in get process transaction.
Inside the workflow of process transaction.
See, take file path should be taken from get transaction data. Think how can you do that?
Yeah, okay. So go to
Okay,
get transaction data.
go to get transaction data.
Get transaction.
Yeah.
It's already open.
Go for that get transaction data. Yeah. In the else part.
Okay.
Yeah, that open the top. You can give if condition. Our transaction data is erase it the whole.
No, not here.
Our transaction data dot press control space.
It's not coming.
Okay. Try to give length. You can press control space so that you'll get all the suggestions. Come to erase up to out. Yeah, you can select.
Transaction data is not there.
Can you press down? And I mean the keystroke.
IO transaction data is there.
Yeah.
Should I give it here?
Yeah. Dot length. Can you check if or size?
Actually, the data type is not changed.
Yeah,
It is
please
in
change
the
the data type.
Array
Array
of
of string.
Yeah, string.
Yeah, less than transaction number. Sorry, greater than transaction number. In transaction number. Yeah. And transaction item, you can change that out transaction ID to out transaction item. And out you can change now dot string to in transaction data of the within brackets transaction number. In IO within simple transaction number. No, in transaction within without quotes.
coming.
Give control space.
Please check whether the data type is changed.
So in the condition that you have written, this will process only if the items are less than the length. So if we have 10, and it will process till 9, 0 to 9. Okay.
You can give greater than or equal to.
No, this is correct. Because out of, if you have length as 10, then you will have only items from 0 to 9.
It's showing here.
Out transaction item should be string. Please
Change
change
the
the data type. Yeah. This in queue item. Please change to string. Yeah.
Here string cannot be converted to queue item.
Can you go for argument? Okay. Can you just save it?
Saved, but
Can you erase it and retype? Only only that.
Yeah, it's correct only.
Can you come back? I think you have to change that argument in get transaction also. Come to main. Yeah. Click on the team arguments, import arguments. Yeah. Now change the transaction data. Can you go? Assign it to transaction item. There is an empty value. Yeah.
transaction item.
Yes. I think you have to assign for transaction data also. Please check transaction data.
Transaction data. In the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
The very first
So,
one. There is an error at that end process. Just erase it and retype nothing. Okay, erase it.
Erase it, keep the cursor out and type again.
Okay.
Same. We go for the catch block. Click on that catch block. No, in the get transaction itself. Get transaction data. In the else part, go for the catch block.
Okay.
So
click on that exception. Yeah, again, you follow the same pattern. Erase it and type nothing again.
Are we going to change the log level to error here? Log level will remain same.
Yeah, if you want, I think we can change it. Let's keep it as a.
Do only the changes that are required for the project execution, nothing else.
Okay. Go for get transaction data. To your right. Yeah. Then next to it.
Sorry.
Next tab. You can click on the next tab on the top.
Okay. This one has some error.
Try to erase it and retype. Keep the cursor out. Close it. Erase it. Keep the cursor out.
You're not changing why you're having the issue. Instead of doing that, you are just retyping everything. Check with the error. Hover on the red mark and see what's the error first.
Value for required activity argument 2 was not supplied.
Okay.
Now type that out transaction item.
Out.
Yeah.
Save.
Yeah, you can save. You can close the tab.
Save.
Close it. Go for main. Go for
I go for process transaction.
yeah, click on that main. Go for process transaction. Yeah, click on that arguments. Now change it to string in transaction item. Click OK. Okay, now you can go for read range.
You cannot change in-out arguments in invoke workflow, the type and the direction. You need to go into the workflow, change the direction and the type, come back and then invoke it again. That's how it will be saved. Or else how many times you just go ahead and invoke it again, those will not be changed. You can try, or you can just check if they have really changed or not. No.
Change the arguments in the workflow also. No, I think you are in init all application. Go for process.
Okay.
Yeah, open the workflow process.
Okay, I would like to drop off from the call, but were you guys able to understand the business use case?
Yeah, Vajrang were able to understand, but needs to do it ourselves.
Exactly. So go ahead and take it up, pick up the question and do it. But I will keep the meeting open. I will not close the meeting. What you can do, if you want, if you have time, you can continue with the meeting. And I have stopped the recording. I'll stop the recording now. But I think yeah, you understood the reason why I didn't start for a recording, because most of it will be a discussion.